This is Channel 25 WVTT OIean. Now, from the Twin Tiers' biggest broadcast news operation, this is the 6 o'clock report with Jeff Andrulonis and Alexa Olson. Listen on News Radio 96.7 WVTT or watch on News Channel 25 WVTT television. WVTT proudly presents the 6 o'clock report.
Good evening, I'm Alexa Olson.
And I'm Jeff Andrulonis. Good evening. Weather tops our news tonight. The WVTT Severe Weather Action Team tells us that the National Weather Service in Buffalo has just issued a flash flood warning for southern Allegheny County in western New York, including Bolivar and the city of Wellsville. Now, the flash flood warning continues until 7 o'clock tonight. In fact, we're being told that 2 inches of rain has already fallen in Bolivar. Once again, it's a flash flood warning for southern Allegheny County through 7 o'clock tonight. Full weather details coming up later in our telecast.
If you are traveling anywhere in and around those areas, please be careful on the roads.
Good advice, Alexa. Day 2 of Jerry Sandusky's sex abuse trial has now ended at the Center County Courthouse in Bellefonte. More startling revelations this afternoon as the alleged victim, whose accusations against the former assistant football coach sparked the criminal investigation, testified.
Prosecutors accused a Penn State official of keeping secret a file of Sandusky's alleged incidents. Rick Vincent has more on the day's developments.
Jerry Sandusky arrived at court Tuesday to face his second day of trial and the accuser who helped trigger the case. The 18-year-old, known as Victim 1, was emotional as he testified that he spent the night at Sandusky's home more than 100 times as a boy. He said at first Sandusky would kiss him on the forehead goodnight. That escalated to kisses on the cheek and back rubs, advances that eventually led to oral sex. The defense tried to point out inconsistencies in the testimony. The alleged victim's lawyer says testifying in such a high-profile case is torture.
You saw today firsthand the pain that a victim of sexual abuse undergoes.
Victim 1 and the man identified as Victim 4, who testified Monday, both met Sandusky through a nonprofit group the former Penn State assistant football coach founded. They're 2 of 10 people prosecutors say Sandusky sexually abused over 15 years. Though Sandusky has pleaded not guilty, prosecutors allege in new court documents that a Penn State administrator kept a file about Sandusky's alleged activities for years. Prosecutors say Gary Schultz, a former Penn State vice president, initially withheld the file during the investigation and say emails contradict what Schultz and former athletic director Tim Curley told a grand jury. Both men have pleaded not guilty to charges of perjury. I'm Rick Vincent reporting.
There's more time for EverPower tonight. The Town of Allegheny Planning Board unanimously approved a 1-year extension to EverPower for their wind turbine farm project that's been so controversial. It happened at last night's meeting. The town board approved a route that would use streets in the town of Carrollton to transport 8,500 truckloads of materials to the site. But residents that would be affected are concerned about that many truckloads passing through their community.
Congressman Tom Reed says he is proud of the freshman class of the U.S. House of Representatives for passing a lot of legislation that he says will help put Americans back to work. Reed criticized President Obama after the president made a statement saying that the private sector was doing just fine.
As I go around the district, I see time in, time again, hear the many stories from people that are really struggling out there, and it is time that we really come together as a nation to focus on creating a competitive environment upon which jobs can be created.
A 15-year-old boy from Wellsville is in trouble tonight after reports of a pistol on the Genesee Valley Central School grounds. The Allegheny County Sheriff's Department tells WVTT they got a call about an unknown male displaying a pistol, but upon investigation they determined a 15-year-old had an airsoft pistol that looked just like the real thing. The boy was arrested for menacing. He was sentenced earlier today in Allegheny County Family Court on both the menacing charge and previous probation-related offenses. He'll be spending 1 year at Randolph Children's Home in Cattaraugus County. More of the 6 o'clock report next on News Channel 25 WVTT.